What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of the Broken Dagger podcast. We are your hosts, jmarshhh,
Why, Doc?
Kelso.
and today we actually have a very special guest. We got the boy Landon.
Hello.
How are you
Hello.
doing? How are you doing tonight, Landon?
I'm doing great. It's pretty late, but we're Gucci.
Yeah, it's okay. We go hardcore
Yeah.
all times of the night.
Yes.
I guess before we get into the topics, we'll just get a little backstory from Landon. So Landon joined Broken Dagger about when? Do you remember when you joined? Or
Probably like a year ago and some days.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a
Almost
while.
a year.
It's when we were still going very hardcore into
Yeah.
Yep.
Overwatch. We picked up Landon to be our support player, and
Yeah.
there was we were trying out a lot of people, but Landon showed the most heart, the most diligence.
He's the one that kept
man just-
messaging Marsh. Hey, am I on the team? Am I on the team?
the
Hey,
most
Marsh.
annoyance.
And it worked.
It
Just
worked.
kept
It
showing up.
did. I'm here today.
That's right.
It worked.
A year later,
Yeah.
baby.
Yes. So yeah, Landon will be joining us today. Who is also a part of the Broken Dagger family. So, welcome
Yes.
to the podcast.
Welcome,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, my good friends.
And not to mention, just kind of brag a little bit. Last week, we all met in Canada together.
Yeah,
So
we did.
we made it official. We're all homies now.
Heck
So-
yeah, we did the big
IRL friends.
That's
IRL.
right,
Team-
dude.
team
We can
house.
actually say that, dog.
the big team house up in Canada.
And I ended up telling my boss that I went to go see my IRL friends that I play video games with. It was a very interesting conversation. He said I blew his mind because he didn't think that people met online and hung out. So,
well, I mean, dude,
yeah.
when we went to the sports bar
yeah.
and
That
the
was fun.
waitress that we had, and she was like, "Why are you guys all from different places?" And you were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, like we play video games online and we all met up." And dude, she was actually mad excited.
Yeah.
She thought that was insane.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's a
was
crazy
pretty
concept,
cool.
to be honest, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get on to our first topic. First
Get it
topic.
on.
What's that?
Get it on.
Okay. Our first topic is mobile gaming. We're just gonna kind of talk about where the market is right now, what we want to see in the future from it, and how far we think it's actually going to go.
Especially after that big Diablo announcement at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
Actually
Yes.
ginormous.
Yeah.
Who wants to start? Cody, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start off on this. Yeah, I mean, mobile games right now, some of the bigger ones I think of, obviously Diablo just got dropped. I don't know when that's going to release or anything like that, but I think it can transition really easily onto a phone. It's a couple buttons, a couple special moves, and you're good to go. I think about PUBG right now. PUBG Mobile is played out by a lot of people, more than PUBG itself, which is kind of crazy to me. And then Blades as well. You know, Elder Scrolls dipping their hand into it. I think it looks really fun. And there's a lot of crappy mobile games out there. The app stores are just oversaturated with all kinds of games where it's like, watch ad, oh, play for 5 minutes. Watch another ad, oh, play for 2 minutes. Oh, you want this thing? Another ad. You know,
Yo,
there's
but
such a cash grab.
I'm totally guilty of that, though, man.
I do
I
too.
played this game the fishing game when we were in Canada.
Oh,
dude.
okay.
It was like,
You spent
double.
money on that?
No. It was
No,
like,
you watch ads though
yeah,
all
dude,
the
it's-
time.
It's,
Okay.
it's like, oh,
Okay.
hey, you get this much money, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money, and they're like, double it by watching this ad. I'm like, I'll take
Yeah.
25 seconds to watch this ad. I probably made those guys hundreds of dollars by watching ads that weekend, dude. To be honest, and like, but like, it's such because they get paid per ad, right? So like they're like, I'll give you in-game shit if you want to give me some money, essentially, right? So like, I don't know. I feel like it's such a big market. It's so easy for like developers to make games like this that are easily like ad incentivized to make money and like make a quick buck doing it, dude. I'm sure they make tons of money by people just watching
Let's make
free ads.
let's make an app.
Dude, let's do it. The Broken Dagger
can,
app.
yeah.
It's just gonna be like broken daggers falling from the sky, and you've got to click on them, and the more
That'd
you
be
get,
cool.
you can buy new, bigger
Let's get some
daggers, and it gives you more money.
microtransactions.
Yeah,
you drop the
dude.
dagger, start again, watch this advertisement.
Watch this ad, and you can keep going.
I mean, to be fair, just before anyone else says anything, these are like free games we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
These aren't games that you buy off that.
Pay
app.
for it.
You know,
Yeah.
these are free games that make their money through either microtransactions or
Microtransactions.
advertising.
Which they do make their money. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and not to get like crazily off topic, but you see that with like Fortnite, a free game, microtransactions. It makes money, right? They make
Yep.
billions. So, but anyway,
Even Call of Duty, dude. It's
And
like
that's a
it's
$60
literally in every game
yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
To be honest, microtransactions are just here to stay, man.
Um,
Because everyone complains about them, but everyone still pays for them. So
yeah. And that's actually something that we're gonna touch on a little bit later.
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit
that's-
in the podcast. But yeah, as far as mobile games go, I think that so before mobile games, there was just the handhelds, which was heavily like run by Nintendo. Sony, you know, dabbled the PSP, PS Vita, wasn't very successful, but Nintendo has always been successful. Back from the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, etc., etc., etc. Now onto the 3DS and even
Yep.
the Switch. Really, to be honest, essentially, right? So I think so before mobile games, there was those handheld games, and they sold well. Pokemon, like it works for Nintendo, right? And they did it with no microtransactions.
right.
Obviously, you need to pay for like buy. It's a full price game. Like
the
it's
game up front. Yeah.
it's a full.
Right.
Those are like AAA. Those are
Yeah.
full games, right? So when it comes to mobile games, have you guys played like many games you had to buy, like actual?
I've
Pay
dabbled.
to win.
A couple, but
Yeah.
not many.
Yeah, none of that.
I couldn't
Because-
even tell you which ones I bought, to be honest.
The only game that I've played that you had to buy is like a port of a game. So like Limbo is on the consoles, but they also made it for the phone, and it's good. It plays fine, right? So I think, and I know there's like The Wolf Among Us by
Oh, Telltale.
yeah, that one I played as well, but I got it for free, but I know you have to pay for it. I got like a code or something, but these are all good games, but they were ported, right? So when it comes to games that are actually just made for mobile, I don't know how many good games there are out there that are made for mobile by bigger like developers. I don't think they've mastered it. There's other indie developers that make really good free like iPhone games and Android games because it's what they do. And now these bigger developers are seeing the potential, and they're just bringing their. I mean, I'm not sure. Diablo's gonna be good. I
Yeah.
don't doubt that Diablo is not like, and same with like Blades. Blades will probably be good. I would probably never play a battle royale on the phone. I think it's a little bit much.
Yeah.
But
I think shooters on the phone is really difficult.
oh
thing
yeah,
to
really
do.
difficult, right? But when it comes to that was something else I wanted to bring up. I think there's a certain genre for the phone, and I don't think shooter is one of them.
I agree with that.
Shooter's rough.
Yeah. But definitely when it comes to like RPGs, like
hack and
turn
slash.
based, yeah, like hack and slash and turn based RPGs. I think those are two big ones.
And
They-
Idle.
Dude,
For
we're
real,
not even
though, I
sponsored.
mean-
Chill out. Hey.
Sorry,
Well, like
I'm addicted right
a
now.
big thing in my like high school was like Clash of Clans.
Yeah, Clash of Clans.
Dude,
Like
yeah.
games like
Yeah.
those. I don't know what genre you
like
call
a
them, but
like a RTS type kind of like.
Yeah.
Not really, but
It's kind of almost an Idle too, though.
Yeah.
Like
kind of, yeah.
Idle Battle. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the.
It's like a lot of microtransactions in there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So another thing with mobile games is like I honestly think they're just kind of time wasters. That's what I use them for. I don't sit down at home on my phone to play a game for like an hour, half hour, like I do a console, my PC, right? So
Yeah.
these big game developers, I don't know if they have that mindset of like, you're gonna be on your phone for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe max. That kind of thing.
I think they misunderstand it. I think because dude, I don't know, maybe like I think that they care about the money. like too much.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
Mhm.
oh, dude, they have a small attention span. We're gonna give them this bad game that's kind of addictive and whatever, right? And and people will do it, and then eventually they'll feel cheated. But I feel like these games that are actually made, like developers are making them for the mobile, that are those time wasters, they're actually good. Like they're not cheap, and they're not. You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
saying they're bad games by any
No,
means.
and that's what I mean. And I'm glad you brought that up because I never really thought about that because I kind of brought up the Nintendo thing. If you buy, Pokemon on your 3DS, you're not buying it to waste time, right?
Right.
You're
Right.
gonna put some hours into it.
Oh yeah.
Whereas yeah, on the phone, you're doing it to waste time, but then eventually, before you know it, you have some hours racked up on that game, right? But it is just a time waster, and it is just easy fun type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the catch. It's easy fun, but then they time gate the stuff,
Yep,
and when
yep.
they're time gating, you're like they can be like, here, paid 6 gems
To
that
get
cost
your energy back,
$10.
to get your energy
Yeah,
back, and then to do
and
it
you can
again.
play more
Yeah,
or
Yeah.
faster or anything. But yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Finish this upgrade now.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Or like, hey,
Yeah.
see this new shiny armor that you really, really want?
Yeah.
$5 and it's yours, buddy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think, honestly, I think mobile gaming is going to be. See, actually, I don't know statistically speaking, like where it's at and like hours played or like whatever. But the thing about mobile gaming in general is that everyone can do it. Everyone does it because
Yeah.
like Cody said, it's a
Everyone has a
time
phone.
waster. Everyone's like, oh, this game looks sort of fun. I guess I could play this for an hour while I sit in this lobby while I'm waiting for my car to get changed or whatever, and not the car to get changed.
Changing
the
a
oil,
car?
I should say. Changing my whole car.
It's like
Anyway.
Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah,
you drive into the paint shop. Come on, different,
come out with a lowrider.
Yeah.
But dude, I think that like a lot of people, for them, it's just like you said, a time waster. And then you go in there, and then they go, "Oh, hey, it's a small thing. Like, I'll watch this ad, make some money for the company." And then they're like, "Oh wow, this game was a lot of fun." They go home, they start fucking paying money for it, like Candy Crush, dude. Do you remember that Candy Crush in Farmville? That shit was nuts.
That
That
was
was
huge.
bonkers.
I never played them, but
Fucking,
Dude, my
I think one of
grandfather
the-
played Farmville religiously, dude.
I think one of
But-
the OG for me is Temple Run, man. That was
Yeah.
one of the first big mobile games that
Temple Run went before
everybody in high school played, man.
Yeah.
yeah, or Angry Birds.
Angry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
Angry
made
Birds.
a movie
Well,
about
yeah,
it. Like,
they made a movie.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Angry Birds might have moved to console. I think they.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Really.
Yeah.
They have console ports, all kinds of stuff.
But what I'm trying to say is, I think mobile gaming is the future, and it's going to be huge. What?
Continue on.
Okay, sorry.
It's gonna be huge.
Dude, this guy's
It's going to
always
be huge.
drinking
I mean, it
some-
already is huge. I think it's just going to get bigger with AAA titles coming to phones. I mean, everyone has a phone, and it's accessible to everyone,
Yep.
everywhere. Like, there's nowhere you're going to go. Obviously, like, if you don't have internet or Wi-Fi or whatever, then you can't play it. But other than that, you can play these games, and it's not like it requires a huge gaming phone. Like, you don't need a top of the line or something like gaming PC to play this game. It's a mobile game. It's made for
Upgraded
your
my
phone.
rig. Runs at 4K.
Right. God, but like my thing is, man, is like I think it's just so easily accessible that I think it's gonna catapult it into the future, especially with big games like Diablo coming to it, and what was the other one? Elder Scrolls.
Elder
coming.
Scrolls Blades.
Like, I think honestly, after they get on here and people are like, stop criticizing it because it is a mobile game, because it has a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. That maybe they'll see that it's actually a good game that you pay for, and it turns out to be worth it. Not full of microtransactions, but I'm sure there still will be some.
Blizzard did announce that they're making mobile games of every one of their franchises.
Even Overwatch? How is that
Wow.
possible?
I mean, it's probably not going to be Overwatch, the
Oh,
first-person
no.
shooter, but it's going to
Oh.
be like Overwatch, the card trading game, or Overwatch, the RPG,
The RTS.
RTS. Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
But they did announce that they are
I wouldn't mind
working
a
on mobile
turn-based,
games.
like,
I mean,
Fire
I'll
Emblem
play
game.
it to
That'd
be
be sick.
honest. I mean, they already have
That'd be crazy.
Hearthstone, right? And
I love
Yep.
Hearthstone.
they're gonna be bringing Diablo, and I think okay. So I mean, were you guys disappointed in the announcement? It made,
About Diablo?
Diablo, yeah. It made big
No.
headlines. You know, people were.
I
pretty-
wanted another console Diablo
Diablo
or
4.
PC Diablo. Yeah, I wanted a new
Another
Diablo.
game, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they
I-
can't just keep adding on expansions to a 10-year-old game.
Yeah,
You
I
can,
agree
but,
with
like-
that.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
They change it though. It's not the same. You don't play the same storyline over and over and over again.
That's
you know?
fair.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I'm disappointed that it's not going to be another console or PC game and just a mobile game, but I'm kind of excited to play it either way, just because I like the Diablo series.
I'm still gonna play it.
Yeah, this is
I'm not gonna lie. I'll still play it.
I think that they messed up maybe a little bit in their marketing scheme because they knew people wanted Diablo 4,
Mm-hmm.
and you know,
Well, they gave it to him.
even if they weren't ready to announce Diablo 4, at least let the people know that you're working on it. Like,
They they did
Bethesda-
announce it.
No, apparently it was a rumor. Apparently they're denying it now. Apparently,
Yeah, it was a rumor.
apparently they're saying it's not true. But
Interesting.
at E3, Bethesda, you know, they're announcing all their games, and then they're just like, "Oh, by the way," and they showed Elder Scrolls 6,
Here's a 30-second cinematic
and it's just
that just says Elder
yeah,
Scrolls.
it's just like an image, dude. And then everybody was
Yeah.
excited for it, and
Everyone
that was,
went crazy.
and that was good enough. So people know
Because it didn't say Elder Scrolls 6 mobile. Right, sorry, go ahead.
it's because people know that it's coming, right? And that's all they want is Elder Scrolls 6, and now they know that they're working on it. So if it was like, here's what we've been working on, Diablo for your phone, but also don't worry, guys, Diablo 4, you know what I mean?
Is coming. Is
But
in the works.
they didn't do that, and then it was a rumor that they canceled. You know, they canceled their presentation, but then they're like, no, that didn't happen. So I don't know what the truth is. It doesn't really matter what the truth is, but I think that their marketing scheme was a little bit
Flawed.
flawed. But I guess
I mean-
it kind of sucks if they weren't even working on Diablo 4, you know, and this is
Yeah.
what they've been working on the entire time, and then your community's like, dude, I don't want that. That's pretty shitty, I think.
No.
Yeah.
As a developer.
I mean, but do you think it's also the fact that, I mean, I guess getting back more on track about the mobile gaming, do you think that it's something that they're disappointed that it's a mobile game, or do you think they're disappointed that it wasn't the game that they wanted it to be?
Yeah, I think the like leak and or rumor kind of, you know, like Marsh said, if they're not working on Diablo 4 and it was just a random rumor somebody brought up, that just kind of deflated their sales, really. Like, it's, you know, if they were just putting their heart and soul into this mobile game and then people are like, oh, Diablo 4 is coming, yeah, we're excited for Diablo 4, and then they give them a mobile game, people are just going to be somewhat disappointed.
Yeah.
Right.
If there was no rumor spread about Diablo 4 coming out, then I think it would have been better. I don't think it's the fact that it's a mobile game. I just think that rumor kind of killed it right away.
Do you
And I
think
think
it's
because people
gonna-
don't like it, they're blaming it on the mobile game.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Do you think it's going to hurt their player count?
No.
Not at
Diablo fans are still going to play it. Like, even if they're going to bitch about it now, they're going to download it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
Because you know people in the crowd were booing and did it, but you know when it comes out they're gonna download it.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
I mean, like I said, it's probably gonna be a good game. It'll probably be fun.
So, what other games would you like to see from big developers come to mobile, if any?
None. For me, none.
You don't want World of Warcraft on your phone? Portable Warcraft?
That sounds terrible.
Have like 30
it's-
tiles. Try to like press the right ones.
Right? Like you
We're
have to,
rating.
We're
Okay,
rating.
screen.
No.
so for me, right,
zoom out.
I'm a big Square Enix fan. Okay, I
Yeah.
love all their games, and eventually, maybe a couple years ago, they announced that they're starting to make. They actually have a studio that makes mobile games for them now. So they really wanted to get into the mobile scene. And when they announced that, I was kind of sad, right? Because I wanted, this was before the Kingdom Hearts 3 announcement and stuff like that. So I wanted more Kingdom Hearts. I wanted more Final Fantasies, stuff like that. And, but they made a separate team that works only on mobile. And there's a Kingdom Hearts mobile game that actually ties into the main story of the Kingdom Hearts franchise. And I don't play it much. I played it when it first came out, but I don't play it much. And it's a free game. And it's kind of like a turn-based fighting game. And it's really good. And I think if big developers did stuff like that brought the game that you love onto your phone, but not that experience, like a different way for you to consume that, right? I think that works. Like, I wouldn't want Kingdom Hearts on my phone, like a full out Kingdom Hearts whatever, but they gave it to you in a way where it's like you collect these medals, you collect like it's kind of like Chain of Memories. Cody, I don't know if you played that, but it's kind of like, so I think if these bigger developers make games, their franchises that they're known for, but they adapt it to the mobile, the easy fun, the time wasters, I think that will work. But if they try to give you a full game, I don't think that's gonna work. If they try to give you a full game that you need to grind out and beat the game and stuff, I don't think it's gonna work.
I agree with that.
I think a dungeon crawler like Diablo is the only thing that would kind of work, to be honest.
I honestly
Because that's
want to see
already kind of on the phones.
Yeah,
People already do that.
I want to see a Telltale's series on the phone.
they are on the phone.
Really?
Yeah, they port them. Yeah, I played The Wolf Among Us.
Well, fuck me, right? Okay.
Your wish is granted.
Sick, dude.
And it works because it's narrative, not a lot of action, not a lot of gameplay type thing. It's very like
Make decisions.
yeah.
All right, Cody. What game would you like to see?
But honestly, Cuphead.
Hey, that
I'd
would
love
actually be
to
good.
see Cuphead
That
on
would actually
mobile.
be good.
And I don't think it'd be hard.
It wouldn't be hard.
Like it's a 2D shooter, like side-scrolling shooter. I'd love to see more of those. Maybe a Cuphead like little spin-off sequel. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good.
Landon?
Okay, I lied. I want to see Sonic on the phone. It might already be there, but
Like a
Sonic
Sonic
is
classic.
like the
working.
OG.
They're,
Like-
they're struggling too. That could be their
Yeah.
That could be
like their old Game Boy games.
Gotta
Like,
go fast.
Do you remember? Dude, yeah. Okay. I agree with that. That'd be sick. Like,
Yeah.
old Sega Genesis games, too.
exactly.
Like, dude, just to get off topic real quick, do you guys remember the PS3 and PS2 Sonic games and how freaking bad they were?
Sonic 06, worst game ever.
Oh my gosh. I remember
some bad
playing
Sonic
them.
games, yeah.
It was awful. Anyway, boys, we're going to get final thoughts on our mobile gaming topic. Landon, you want to start us off, buddy? Or, sorry, we'll do Marsh. You want to start us off?
There we go.
Okay, so
Sorry.
my final thoughts about mobile gaming. I think personally that it's good for the gaming industry. It opens up doors to everybody. Everybody has a phone. Everybody has access to it. You don't have to buy that 3DS. You don't have to buy the PS Vita, all that, right? A console, a computer. You probably have a phone. I think it's good for the gaming community as a whole. Obviously, it's going to bring in a lot of money, or hopefully, right? But as the world moves towards esports, like accepting esports and accepting gamers and all that kind of stuff, right? I think it's really good for the gaming community, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of indie developers have gotten it right. They can make some very good mobile games, fun to play, and with very good stories. I hope AAA developers don't mess it up. Those are my final thoughts. Yeah.
Cody?
Yeah, I like mobile gaming. I think the app store should filter what they put in there because there's a lot of crap. There's a lot of crap with mobile gaming, and but there's some good stuff in there. There's a lot of good stuff too, and I'd love to see AAA developers take a crack at it, see what they can do. I I hope they don't mess it up and try to just go too deep into microtransactions.
Yeah.
And if EA ever puts out a
Yeah,
mole
just
game, I'm
don't
not
even-
going near it.
Don't
Don't
even give
download
EA
it.
a phone, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Battlefront for your mobile. Yeah. Fucking all right. Anyway, all right. I personally think that mobile gaming is going to be the biggest thing in the next couple of years. Not console wise and everything, but I think it'll be very prevalent into our gaming society because they're already bridging the gap with games like Fortnite, PUBG, Diablo, and all this coming on to the mobile now. I think it's kind of forming a bond between people that just play games that are time wasters to games that could potentially be games like AAA games, and kind of bring them over to more of a general game like console games with actual backstories and stuff. Yeah.
Would you guys
Question.
call okay, you know how people are always like, dude, are esports players
Real sports.
athletes?
Mhm.
Are they athletes, right?
Our mobile gamers.
Yeah, are mobile gamers. Like if somebody put some hours, dude, into Temple Run, and they were like, yeah, I'm a gamer.
We're biased though,
I'm a
dude.
gamer.
We're biased.
Sure, dude. Yeah, why
I
not?
say yes. I say yes.
Yeah.
You're a gamer.
I don't know.
What,
I don't know.
What makes a gamer then?
If people are grinding out mobile games, it's still a game. It's just on their phone,
Yeah.
right?
I
You're telling me
guess.
that, you know,
Because what makes a gamer, right? Like,
I don't know. I think of like,
Gamers unite.
I guess, yeah.
because dude, that's where the divide comes from, right? That's where the
Yeah.
when people the console gamers and the mobile gamers, you know, they're never gonna come together because they're like it's just like console and PC master race. Dude, you're fucking trash, whatever. Dude, you gotta accept we're all gamers at the bottom line, right? And
No.
Yeah.
we're trying to grow the community. We don't want it to be a meme. We don't want it to die out. We don't want it to whatever, right? We want to. So you gotta accept everybody and be like, dude, I play Cooking Dash. Kaylee plays the crap out of Cooking Dash, dude. she's a hardcore gamer. She's going hardcore.
okay.
That's fair.
I
I
accept
guess when I said like bridge the gap, I meant more like people that usually don't play games or like very hardcore.
No, I know. I was just it just popped into my head. I was just curious because
Okay.
I just thought
Yeah,
about it.
no. I mean that's fair. But yeah, I just hope that it kind of brings everybody together. More of like maybe people that playing their time waster games will actually come over to the console, or not even console, just like play games that have more development,
more like
more
substance to it and
storylines,
stuff like that. Yeah.
But all right, Landon, you're up.
Okay. I think it's good and bad. Like, I agree that it's bringing the more like normie people. It's like a first step, introducing them into gaming. You know.
Step one.
Exactly, and
Step
then
one complete.
maybe next they'll buy a console and start playing with their friends and everything.
Yeah.
Meet new friends like this.
Hey.
And also, I think it's a bad thing. Like Blizzard, apparently all their top devs are in love with mobile gaming now because it's easy, and I don't want all the top devs of every game to be going into mobile gaming because I still want that juicy ass content on like
Yeah.
PC and PS4 and consoles and everything like that, you know?
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I think one last thing. I think that when it comes, this is like video games is like an art, and you know it's a new
Yeah.
form of art, and these developers need to try the art. You know, they need to try their hand at it, right? So,
Mhm.
but then you know, like Kojima, you know, whenever
God, dude.
Death Stranding drops, you don't think that every developer that makes AAA games are gonna see that game and be like, dude, we need to make a game like that. Or you know, when Kingdom Hearts drops, or when these big games drop, that other developers aren't gonna be like, okay, I gotta try to make a game like that.
People are going to see Death Stranding and just be like, I don't know. I don't know what this is,
I
but
think
it's
Death
good.
Stranding is gonna
But it's
inspire
good.
a lot of indie developers, to be honest, because I think it's gonna be more of like an indie art game than an actual AAA. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, it's the man with zero restrictions.
Yeah,
It's
scary.
it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
All right, boys. let's go into our next. Would you rather?
Hey.
All right, Pog. I'm gonna start us off here.
Okay.
All right,
Let me get
our
my
first
list.
question, boys. Would you rather have a massive head compared to your body, or always have a bowl cut?
Oh, dude, I'd rock a bowl cut. Dude,
No, you don't. Shut up, dude.
I'd rock that XQC bowl
You got
cut.
that. He doesn't have a bowl cut, dude. I had a
had a-
bowl cut in high school.
XQC
Okay.
had a bowl cut before he went
Oh,
blonde.
he used to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I watched Rocket Power and I was like, Mom, I want this kid's hair. And it was Ollie, I think. You know what I'm
Ollie.
talking about?
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, I was like, Mom, his hair's so cool. So I grew it out and yeah, it was awful. It was terrible. I got bullied. It was awful. I would have a bowl cut. I'm gonna go massive head compared to body.
Okay.
Pass on bowl cuts,
what
dude.
type of big head are we talking about? You know,
Dude,
Like-
Talking like a head that
Like
like
an
Golden
air,
Eye?
you remember the Airheads
shoulders,
commercials?
like-
GoldenEye,
Airheads
the
commercials?
GoldenEye cheat. You know what I'm talking about? You guys seen the GoldenEye big head?
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I already have a big head. Fuck it, just make it bigger. I'm with it.
I'm with
I'll
that.
just get a nice big hat to go on.
Yo, just
Yeah.
grow your hair out.
Man,
Maybe
the bowl
maybe get a
cut.
bowl cut when you have a big head.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
there you go.
Hey, 2-for-1 special.
What about you, Landon?
What are you going
I'd have a bowl cut. I'd get some nice fancy like circle glasses, like the freaking
You-
Koreans
you
in
look
the
like
Overwatch
you
League.
look like Hansel and Gretel.
Oh my god. Okay. And
You'd
then
be
I'd,
like a little Swedish
dye
boy.
my hair. You know? Yeah, exactly. I look good.
Aw.
Fuck the big head.
Okay, 2 and 2, split down the middle. Good shit.
Yeah.
Wait, Marsh, why do you want a bowl cut? Oh, XQC, that's right.
I don't want a big head. I
This is
don't know.
basically XQC.
I mean,
so. He's
Alright.
XQC in reverse.
Dude, I've never been roasted so many times from
When?
when we came and
when
visited.
you guys came. Yeah, dude,
Mm.
it's XQC.
Oh my god. I'm doing a podcast. What are we on? Trainwreck's podcast now?
Greek god. Fog.
Oh yikes! All right,
Okay.
Marsh, what you got for us?
Would you rather have super sensitive taste or super sensitive hearing?
Taste.
Hearing.
Taste.
Because, dude, I feel
Wait.
like taste. Okay, check this shit out, dude.
Okay,
Taste, everything, dude. You eat like a potato chip. You're gonna be the flavor.
Oh. It's
That or like
exquisite.
that, or the things that you like beforehand, you start tasting like more of it. And
Yeah,
you're just like
it's-
nope.
No. You eat pizza
Dude,
for the
what
first
if-
time. Once you get that sensitive taste, you eat it, but it's boom. It's,
But it already has an explosive taste, dude.
And
It's
you
gonna be,
wonder
like,
why
does
we
too
it?
roasted
much.
you.
Your mind's gonna blow, dude.
oh, what
No,
about-
okay,
Exactly.
okay.
Okay, what about if you eat like a jelly donut? You know, that's an explosion, actually.
You.
Just a custard donut. You know,
I'm just
Have it
thinking like
explode.
sensitive hearing.
I need to get some earbuds or something.
Oh my god, yeah, right. Someone like claps next to your ear and you're deaf. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but how
You
cool would
can
it be?
control. No, you can control your
Can we?
taste. You can. You can control things you
Oh,
put in your
oh.
mouth, don't you?
yeah.
Mm,
What are you tasting, Kelso?
Well, you can't control other people's actions and other like that'd be
Yeah.
fucking loud.
Fair enough.
Aaron, you shoot guns.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Like,
I also wear
imagine
earmuffs when I shoot guns.
Yeah, you still hear a loud ass explosion. You
I
know
just
when the gun's
ignore it.
firing.
It's
Now
fine.
it's even louder.
Dude,
I'm just saying, hearing could like kill
Okay.
you. You could literally pop an eardrum.
but imagine being like Spider-Man, being able to hear like through like 2 buildings.
Well, are you gonna call the cops? Like,
Well, no,
you can't go save those people.
I don't know, dude.
All right, look, this is gonna sound crazy, but I heard some shit going down 3 blocks away.
I'm not sure the exact room number because it is 3 blocks away.
Yeah. I don't
But it's
know.
over
I don't
there,
know.
I promise.
You'd be the weirdest superhero in the world.
I'll be far away can hear man. I'm here to save you. 3 blocks
You need
away.
a hero. Your phone rings. Hello? Yeah, I heard your call. What's up?
I can
I
only
heard
do
you say
so
your
much
phone
from
number.
this
Hey.
different.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, give me taste.
I guess taste makes more sense,
I go
but
with
I still want to do hearing so bad.
Eat some like
Go
exquisite
and-
food, some like fancy food, and you like pick up on every little flavor in it and understand why it's so good
It's-
and a delicacy.
yeah.
Like I just think taste would be so much better.
Because then I'd have to be a
Full
proper
testicles.
person. I don't know. It's like, yes, exquisite. Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Okay. All right. I got the next one. Would you rather have the ability to rewind 24 hours 3 times a year, or be able to consciously control your dreams and remember them in great detail?
Rewind time. Oh my gosh.
Like
rewind.
lucid dreams where you can remember them and
Dude.
control your dreams.
Dude, dreams, man. It's just a dream.
But you
being
can
able
make
to-
it whatever you want. It could be
Yeah,
your escape,
But
dude.
at the end of the day, it's just a dream. If
That's
you could
like-
rewind time, dude. That's pretty.
Rewind it one day every year. Dude,
You
okay.
No, you said
I-
three.
You said three times.
a year.
Yeah.
What? That's what I meant. Sorry.
Oh.
My apologies. 1 day, 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Sorry. I definitely would go with that one because, like, imagine a horrible accident happens and you're like, I can fix this. Yoink.
And then that's some Life
Mm.
is Strange-ish that's gonna create the
Wait.
butterfly
Paradox?
effect.
Yo,
And then we get into some
What if
time
that
travel.
kid grows up to be the
But
next
wouldn't that
Hitler?
be with anything? To be able to go 20. Okay, why would. What other reasons would you go back in the future? Or
I'm-
back in the past for?
winning the lottery. Young
Yeah, but you're
law,
changing the
baby.
future at that point.
I don't give a fuck. I'm rich at that point.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Team Broken Dagger House. What's up?
Hey.
Wow, how did you hit the lottery 6 times in the past year?
Yeah, I popped
Or,
one. I
2
popped one
years.
day to win a big lottery, and I saved the other 2 in case anything goes down.
Exactly. If someone like robs you, I don't know.
I save one for, life or death situation. I save one for some dumb shit that I might do, And then
I would save mine for
Marsh,
embarrassing
look at this
moments.
video. We gotta go back.
Rewind. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's an easy one actually.
Yeah, lucid
But
dreams are
dreams would
cool,
be
but
cool,
you
too.
could just do so much more with the rewind.
Yeah, like the
Okay.
ability.
You could take it in a good way too. You could, like the Kelso said, it would change a lot, but you could literally like save people's lives if you wanted to.
with your sensitive hearing.
Yeah,
Well, the lucid dream one would become more like a drug. Like you'd be like, you never want to be awake. You'd always want to be
That's fair.
dreaming.
That's- that's
So
fair.
that could end up bad.
Could
you
be a
know?
bad thing too.
Yeah.
All right, Marsh, you
Okay.
got one more for us?
I have two.
I
Go
mean, do you
game.
want to? We can go.
Okay.
Longer?
Okay.
He's very emotional.
Okay, this will be quick. Would you
Okay.
rather know the
Well-
history of every object you touch or be able to talk to animals?
Every object I touch.
Talk to animals.
I think animals.
My answer is still animals. I know we did.
I can
animals
still talk to
last-
animals.
last
I picked
podcast.
animals last time over language. I'm going with my gut feeling.
I don't.
Dude,
I don't want to know who sneezed on my package like before I
dude,
get it. I don't
how
want to know.
cool
any
would that
of
be, dude?
It would
Like
be cool to
pick
go
up
to
a
a
rock
museum.
and it's like, oh,
Go to like a museum and touch it.
and
That
they're
would be
like,
cool.
oh,
That
someone
would-
in Gettysburg touched this back in the 1900s or 1800s, dude. How
Yeah,
fucking
do
cool
you-
would that be?
I'm
Do
thinking
you
about like
absorb
someone
all the
hands me a
knowledge?
burger.
No, you
At
don't.
fast food.
You don't absorb the knowledge. You just know the history.
just
Like
look.
know what it's been through, I guess, or like. I don't.
I mean, but still, like, I don't know. I think that'd be fucking dope.
Okay, and last one.
Oh,
This is the last one.
Yeah, I have one more too. So
Would you rather be a Okay. Would you rather be a reverse centaur or a reverse mermaid?
So
So-
wait. So I have
You have the
I have a
head.
fish head and
A horse.
normal people legs.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
A horse head.
How does that work on a centaur?
Give me the
Are
horse head.
all
dude.
4 of your
horse upper
legs?
torso.
Yeah. You're like
Dude,
you're on your fours, all fours.
do you
and
guys
have a
remember those
head.
horse masks that were really big
Yeah,
during,
exactly.
Basically
I just-
that, yeah.
I'm BoJack Horseman.
dude,
Oh,
I
no.
would. Who wants to be a flop around like a fish? No.
No, but it's
Magikarp, use flop.
you still have
Couldn't.
arms. You still have arms.
Wait, what?
I literally just have a
Oh,
fish
okay.
head. I thought it was fish
there's a
torso and
picture.
head.
There's a picture.
Oh, there's a picture. Can I see the picture,
Yo, like
please?
the picture, yeah.
Please.
I can't link the picture. I can link it
Oh.
after.
Okay. Dang
Man.
it.
All right.
All right.
I'll take a picture.
I'm gonna go horsehead.
I'll take a picture.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't look at it because someone's gonna have to. Hang it.
Yeah,
I can do it.
I think I'm going horsehead.
I'm going.
I don't know.
horsehead.
The fish one would be pretty cool. Do I need water?
Oh my gosh! What
I
the
don't
fuck
know,
is
dude.
going on,
The fish one.
dude? The horse one. The horse one
Has
has
six.
two arms and 2 legs, and then 2 hoofs,
Yeah.
and then a
It
horse
has-
head. What the fuck? It's like
I'm taking
a
the
human
fish head
horse
if I can have
centipede,
those
dude.
legs,
I'm
dude.
taking-
It's fucking terrifying.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm gonna take fish, dude. After the fucking horse centipede human fucking thing, fuck that, dude. I'm gonna
Yeah,
fi-
it
fish
had
all the way, dude.
6 Fucking
I'm
The
gonna
fish
go
had
fish.
boobies,
Limbs.
so I don't know. I don't know what we're going for here.
I'm going fish for
Not
comedic.
neither of
That
them.
looks funny. The horse looks like a nightmare. I'm going fish.
I'd be,
Literally looked like a demon.
Yeah.
I'd be the horse. That'd be kind of cool.
I'd be
Of
the
course
fish.
you would,
I'd be
Landon.
the fish.
I'm going
Oh
fish.
shoot!
All right, well,
Six
one
You
more.
can
legs.
swim forever.
One more.
Okay. I got one quick one. Would you rather be covered in
No
feathers or be covered in fur?
fur.
Fur, I think.
Probably fur.
I feel
Like a
Oh,
feathers
I'd
aren't
only
really
do
that fun.
feathers.
If you
I'd
could
only
fly?
do feathers. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think
think
fur.
that's safe. I mean,
Like have
you could just be an
Oh.
ostrich. That would be some shitty luck, and then not be able to fly and still have feathers.
Be a dodo.
I'm extinct.
Just being extinct. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
fur.
I mean, I'm bear size-ish.
Yeah.
Well,
fit in.
judging by my
Pretty
father's
fur.
chest hair, I'm probably going to be covered in fur in a couple years anyway. So
There
let's
you
just
go.
embrace
yeah,
it.
that's pog.
What's up with you and hair, Landon?
Huh?
What? Anyway, all right, let's move on to our next topic. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So, guys, let's talk about greed in gaming. Where do you think that the future of gaming is going to be? Too many. I guess we already talked about this a little bit, right? Along with the microtransactions in games, do you guys think that the producers of these games are just going for the money, or do you think they still have like the idea of art and bringing like good content, or do you think it's just a quick cash grab?
So, okay, the reason why I brought this topic up, I mean, I kind of went off on it a little bit last podcast when we were talking about Fortnite a little bit. But the reason I brought it up was because somebody from Nintendo, one of the CEOs from Nintendo, they I don't know where they posted it, but they said, this is a message to the gaming industry. Please don't be selfish. Don't think about the money. Make good content for your fans and for, you know, your buyers and stuff. So I think at Nintendo, they're really about making experiences, right? And making games and making like people enjoy stuff.
Yeah.
And so he really called out the industry, kind of, right? Being like, don't be selfish and make games for the money. You have to give as well as receive. So I think that it kind of goes with almost everything we talked about on this podcast and on the last podcast with betas and the pre-orders and mobile gaming, microtransactions, free games with cosmetics and stuff. To an extent, I think at first it was good intentions. You know, you have to make a living. You have to try to put some money back into the game, right? And I don't know who the first people were to make microtransactions, but they found a way to continuously get money from your game after they have purchased it. And but I think in some developers' cases, it's definitely greed. You could probably see it in EA. EA is probably a really
Yeah,
good
that's a big example.
example of it. But I think it's pretty hard for developers to try to find
Middle ground.
yeah, like a balance of give me your money and giving good content, and that's why I think Fortnite is a
Yeah,
great
okay, that was what I was going to
example of it, because their game is free, and you don't have to buy these skins, but the way that they get you to buy the skins is the whole like the fear of missing out, of not having the skin, and social media and stuff like that, that you want it, right? So
Yeah,
but I think developers need to find a middle ground. Like, I think games like Call of Duty making you pay,
It's stupid.
you're already
Yeah.
paying for the game. That's like a full price game, and yeah, I don't know. I think games like that
well,
need to reevaluate, or if they do want those things, it needs to be very, like, they need to tone back,
Yeah.
or make the content actually amazing or something, dude.
Yeah.
well, and that's the thing is, I understand 100%. Like the middle ground, like with Fortnite, I think that's a great example. But with greed in gaming, think about Call of Duty. I mean, this Call of Duty, the most recent one, isn't so bad about doing that because it's kind of like the same thing as the Battle Pass through Fortnite, but it's free, right? But like the past one, like Advanced Warfare is a big one that I remember exclusively because
Oh,
there was packs that you could buy for guns, and if you didn't have the elite versions of these particular guns, then you would literally lose every gunfight, and it didn't matter how good you were. Like the guns made that much of a difference in the game,
Pay to win games.
pay to win.
and you had
That's
to
some
you
fucking
had to
greed.
get it,
That's some
or else
greed.
it was just not worth it. And yeah, so I think that's a big example. And
I still remember it was the ASM1 Speakeasy
yep,
and the BAL Obsidian Steed.
yep,
Those two guns broke that game. The BAL alone was super strong. You got the Obsidian Steed, you won every gunfight, even if you shot late. That was pay to win. It was terrible.
yeah, that was
Um,
awful.
oh. Yeah, COD is actually really bad with that. Black Ops 3, I hated that they put in DLC weapons because you had to roll them from a box and it was random. And I remember someone put over $100 into loot crates and they got 3 weapons out
Out
of
of how
a
many?
$100 loot crate. $100 worth of loot crates.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many crates they ended up getting, but they put
Well, how
$100
many-
and they got 3 weapons.
How many weapons are there to get? I mean,
I mean, including melee weapons, probably over 20.
they got 3.
They got 3. Like,
So-
I would be pissed.
Yeah,
So, I kind of just thought of this. Overwatch has microtransactions,
Yeah.
and I think the reason, like, we're talking about finding that middle ground, right? Where Fortnite is a good example because it's a free game with the cosmetics that aren't needed.
Mhm.
There's no pay to win, right? It's very like
Right.
whatever. With Overwatch, it's kind of the same except minus the free part. You have to buy Overwatch, but the cosmetics aren't. There's no pay to win feature, right?
correct.
But I think the problem with Black Ops is that it's timed. They give you the timed battle
Time-gated.
pass, so then you want to. I want to get all 200 tiers, so
Yeah.
you grind the game. But they made the progress so slow, dude, that you gotta put the money into it almost. Whereas like in Overwatch, none of it is timed. I mean, they have the seasonal events, and those come around, and people do put money into it. I used to put money into it, buy some loot boxes and stuff.
Same here.
But I think it's like with Overwatch, I guess I just never really felt, because you can get it in game very easily with the currency. You gain currency from like getting the duplicates or whatever, right? You get your own currency, whereas in Black Ops, you don't get currency. You can buy the currency to put back into the game or whatever, right? There's no like
Right.
way to unlock it. Where kind of like the V-Bucks, even in Fortnite, you're able to unlock V-Bucks very slowly, very hard, but the potential is still there. But I think with Black Ops, to get the COD points, I'm pretty sure you can only get it by putting money into the game, right? There's no way in game that you can get COD points.
I'm not sure.
I don't think you can earn them. I'm pretty sure you have to buy COD points if you want them.
I think it would be a
Yeah.
little bit different if you get COD points, every so many levels, or when you prestige, or like I don't know, you know what I mean? I think it would be a
Any
little
way
bit
to earn them.
different, a little bit
Yeah.
different, because I don't know. That's my opinion of it, because it's kind of the same as Overwatch. You have your loot boxes. You can't buy loot boxes with the currency, but you can buy specific cosmetics with your currency, and then you can buy the loot boxes with real money.
So I know you're kind of saying you don't know who started microtransactions. A lot of people blame Overwatch for popularizing them, though.
Really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
a lot of people do blame them for popularizing it because it was like one of the bigger games,
Yeah.
So I'd say yeah. I don't know. Did you see the chat, Marsh?
No, I didn't see the chat.
Sorry about
Yeah, sorry.
But I don't know. I think that the green gaming is increasing a lot, to be honest. I mean, I feel like, well, I guess I should say it was huge in the past couple years. I feel like they've toned it down because it's really like made a lot of people angry, a lot of gamers angry, and like everyone's lashed out towards EA. Like no one will ever forget that, and I don't think EA is dumb enough to make a big mistake like they did with Battlefront again. I mean, okay, they're still very greedy people, right?
Yeah.
But it's not going to be as bad as Battlefield or Battlefront. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I mean,
Star
but
Wars.
all
They should
of,
have went
all
hardcore
of
with the Sims, dude. They could have put some hardcore microtransactions in on the Sims.
Yeah.
dude, but I mean, look at all their EA games, like EA Sports, like FIFA, football, and like, oh my
Madden.
gosh,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous, dude. It's awful.
Buy
And,
these
like,
packs for your ultimate team.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
and
like,
people
I
pay
can-
so
I can-
much money for it.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's a cash cow for them. I mean, and then like people complain that it costs too much and they don't want to spend the money on it, but they need to get it in order to play the game, and then people just
Yeah,
break
to
down and buy
compete.
it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, man, is the greed will never. They won't stop putting it out there because they know people will buy it.
hmm
So like,
And that's sad.
yeah, it really is.
It's a
'cause-
moral thing at that point. Like,
Yeah,
there's nothing we
I
can do.
mean, no.
Yeah, and I touched on it a little bit in the last podcast. I think just the fact that we don't really get complete games anymore. We get
Yeah.
we get a game, and then we get DLC pack 1, DLC pack 2, DLC pack 3, and then we get the game number 2 in a couple years, and then all over again, same thing.
Dude, like I said with the Spider-Man thing,
Destiny.
you know, the DLC came out before the game.
You could pre-order the DLC before the game came
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Just
It's like, why not just put it in the fucking game? Yeah.
Destiny 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
There's
Yes.
2 DLCs at launch that you could pre-order and buy.
Like
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit different if it's a free game. Like let's just say Destiny was free, because Destiny has a lot of expansions that expand the story and the universe of Destiny.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's
3
just say it was a
missions.
free game. If it was a free game, the base game was free, and you're able to get to level whatever. You're able to get the gear, all the features. But then to expand the story, you have to buy the expansions. I think that's more acceptable than
Yeah.
what they give us.
Yeah.
You buy the game, $60, then you buy the expansion. $60.
Yeah.
Then you buy
Another
it again.
$10.
You
Yeah.
got to buy it
Yeah.
again, buy it again, right? I think
And
that's
there's a lot of games that I've bought that have gotten ruined for me just because of the fact of like that. Like Destiny's a huge example, dude. I remember we would play it, me and Cody would play it for hours on hours and hours, and it's all we played for a while, like 6 months straight, dude. And then it was like DLC, DLC, DLC. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
These were like, you could walk into these parts of the map like they were already set, dude.
yeah.
And it's like, why did you not give this to us? And it wasn't like there was a shit ton of story in the beginning anyway. And they're like, oh, pay $25 for this DLC and you get 3 extra missions and a raid.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, well, right. Whoop-de fucking do. Like, I don't know, man. It's kind of getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
You spend so much money on games, dude, and it's not even a finished product, like you said.
That's why
It's
that's why Nintendo is pretty good at it because they were kind of late to the online party, and pretty
Mm.
much what you got with Nintendo was the
what you
final
get.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Um,
can't add on to it.
yeah, you can add on, right? And up until like just recently, I know Brawl had DLC characters, and pretty sure Mario Kart you can get some cars or whatever,
Mm.
um, but I think they do it in a little bit of a different way now because they have the amiibos, which are almost kind of like a DLC type thing,
Ugh.
right? You're able to
Yeah.
put down Link on this game, and you get Link in the
Like
game. Or whatever.
Skylanders.
Yeah, like Skylanders.
Kind of.
Oh,
Um,
Skyline.
That shit looked dope, to be
but
honest. I never played it.
but I mean I think that's why I do really like Nintendo because they came up with Breath of the Wild. I didn't play it, but you got a full game, and they
Yeah.
still
Mario
added,
Odyssey.
yeah, and they still added things to it, but it wasn't necessary to like I know Breath of the Wild got like 100 floor dungeon or something like that. That was for like the hardcore gamers if they wanted to test out the dungeon. You buy the DLC, you go hard on the dungeon. If you're a casual gamer, you don't buy it. It has nothing to
Right.
do with the story, right? So I think that's why I like Nintendo. Like they give you the full product, and a lot of PlayStation exclusives for the most part give you that full product. Spider-Man being like not that, but I
An
mean
exception.
you got a full product, but they give you there's 3 DLCs coming out that they have planned for it. But so yeah, I miss games when there was just a full product. It's like a full thing, and
One good example of like a developer is like I know like the lead developer who's developing Dark Souls 3 was straight up like, I want no DLC for this game. When this game comes out, I want it to be everything that I would want in a game. But he couldn't say it exactly, but in an interview basically it slipped out that like his publisher made him slap up
Like
DLCs,
Yeah.
you know? And like I know the first DLC he did like come up with afterward, but like the next one was supposed to just be in the game.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks.
it's kind of like
You see
Battleborn.
greed right there.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the publisher for Battleborn, 2K, they're the publisher of Gearbox, and
Yeah.
you could, dude, all of us, the game was really good. Then the game wasn't really selling. Then all of a sudden there's just skins for like $20 a skin, dude, and I'm just like, holy. And 2K, I used to play NBA 2K, and they came out with the create a character, do your own story type thing, and they make you buy the
My career.
points. You buy the points, dude. Buy the points
Yeah.
to upgrade your skills. But 2K is pretty bad for that as well. And I know Activision is very low key, but they run Overwatch, they run Call of Duty. They're trying to get their money, and no, I definitely feel that. I mean, Activision is pretty big. They got Destiny now as well, right? Destiny, Overwatch, or like all
Yeah.
of Blizzard pretty
Yeah.
much. They kind of
They're-
partner with
yeah.
Blizzard, and then Call
Yeah.
of Duty and stuff like that. Like Activision is pretty yeah.
Well, boys, let's just do a quick round of final thoughts. I feel like Marsh just gave his.
Yeah,
If you want to give a little bit more.
No, that's pretty much it, dude. Like I just miss I'm not saying that we're never gonna get it again, and I'm not saying there aren't games that don't give you the final product. But I just kind of miss the days where you buy the game and you get the final product. Like I'm fine with DLCs and cosmetics and stuff, but I don't want to have to buy the story, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to play the game, beat the game, enjoy the story, but in the game there's like, oh, I wonder what happened to this character, or I wonder about this, or little cliffhangers, right? And they come up with the DLC to wrap it up. I don't really want that, dude. Just give me the full thing, in
I
my
feel that.
opinion. Or wait for number 2. Give it to me all in one big package, Give it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Cody?
Yeah, kind of along the same lines. Like, it sucks. I really do miss the days when, back on PS2, there was no store. You went and picked up a $40, $60 game, and you played it for hours, and it was great fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
It sucks seeing greed, but I don't think we're going to ever see it go away now.
I agree.
With all the updates, the online store, all this, that's been going on. I just hope we do find a balance eventually.
A balance, yeah.
I know some games will still just push microtransactions no matter what.
Yeah.
I know some games will try to stray away from DLCs and microtransactions as much as they can. I just hope we find a balance. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I kind of have the same exact thoughts, to be honest. I guess I I would like to see maybe instead of paying for DLCs, I pay full price for a game. If you want to add more shit later for me, hell yeah, brother. I'm down. But like that's never going to happen. I don't think they're always going to make you pay for DLCs unless it's a good company. But I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of upsetting when I have to buy a full game, and then after that, to continue playing the game, to actually play the full game, I have to pay that $60 again, just for the DLC. I just hope one day that maybe a little bit cheaper or comes along with the entire thing. I don't know.
One last thing, dude. No Man's Sky. Okay, they come out with free updates. They revived their game. Like, I'm not saying the game is big anymore. I don't play it. I played it when they came back and they came out with all the updates. But dude, every update was free. The game, I bought it for $70. Every update was free. They revived their game. They were a studio of 17 people, and now they're bigger now, like 50 or something. I understand you gotta pay. You gotta pay your employees. But dude, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, obviously we don't know the budget that goes into certain games and everybody what everybody's got to get paid and stuff like that. But man, I'm just saying, like, if a small studio like No Man's Sky they put hours and hours and hours of time into this game, the game fails, and then they still worked on it and then came up with free updates because they felt bad that they let the community down. They came out with free updates. The game is playable. The game is everything that everybody wanted. Sure, it came a little bit too late, but the diehard fans are still playing it, and brought in a couple new people and whatever, and it's all free, dude. You just gotta buy the base game, and they come up with these big, huge free updates. I think that's something to be a little bit like envious of them as like a developer, and like, they messed up and they worked hard to reverse it and to fix it, and I think that's pretty, like, that's pretty good of them, to be honest, as a developer.
It's a good example to set for other people.
I give them credit, but at the same time, I feel like it's mistakes they needed to fix. If they put out patches and updates and they're like, hey, we need another $10 or $15 for this, nobody goes back to that game.
Yeah.
Nobody touches No Man's Sky again.
I definitely.
It's kind of like Andromeda, dude. It wasn't a finished product when they put it out.
I agree with that.
I cry.
And
right.
Hopefully we can talk about this on the next podcast, but there's the Game Awards that are coming out, and No Man's Sky is actually nominated for the best ongoing game, and I personally really hope that they win the award, because they're in a category with Destiny, with Rainbow Six. I don't think they deserve it. I think No Man's Sky deserves it. If they're going to put them in the category, No Man's Sky should win, because they revived their game, dude, and their game was dead as fuck.
That's true.
That's fair.
All right, Landon, final thoughts. Go for it, bud.
Yeah, I think it's sad that there's greed. I mean, there's obviously going to be greed everywhere, but I think if they should be greedy, they should be investing that money back into the game instead of, here's your yearly bonus of $600,000. Like, I don't think that should be happening. I think you should be putting most of it, at least, back into the game. Like, sure, you deserve a bonus every once in a while, but, or at least into the people who deserve it. Like, yeah, it's a toughie.
It's hard because we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
yeah.
And a big thing with the money that they're getting, they might be putting into different projects too, like
future project. Yeah.
Oh, and another thing is like return of interest. Like, I get what you're saying, but I guess the thing that goes through my head is like reinvesting in your game. Like, what if your game is big and popular for, like, okay, Realm Royal, for instance, big and popular, right? for a couple months, and you're like, oh, am I gonna reinvest, or am I gonna take this money that I made off of this game that's already dying, and I'm just gonna hold it back and make a different game with that, or am I gonna invest it in something
Well,
that's probably gonna die in a week?
I think we
month.
might see a change, not a big change, but a change as physical copies start to get less and less,
Die out. Yeah.
because then they don't have to pay that money to get it all that it's all digital,
Yeah.
right?
In a
You
case.
just you don't got to get the CD.
I don't think it's gonna change, man.
No, no.
I
I
don't
mean, in theory, it should change, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, it's
Because they
less
don't
money
need to
that they're
put all
putting into the
all
product
money.
itself.
Like, literally, you upload it to like a cloud or something, and people are
Yeah.
downloading the game, right? That
Um,
doesn't like you don't have to buy, you don't have to create millions and millions and millions of copies of your games, ship it all around the world for people to sell. You don't got to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Although I don't think that it's gonna die out anytime soon. I just brought it up as like a
It
something
will
to talk about.
eventually.
I think it will eventually. I think eventually the entire world will probably gear towards online everything. But I don't think. I think collector's editions will be around forever. I think they'll
Yeah.
always be physical collector's
That's a
editions.
yeah.
But as just as a physical copy, I think. I mean, because music CDs are still around. So if music CDs are still around, games are still going to be around because we have like streaming services and stuff that you can listen to music. So, but yeah.
All right, guys. I rudely interrupted you when you're gonna give us an advertisement from our sponsors, Mr. Marshall. If you would like to do that now.
Yeah, it's okay. This is the end of the podcast, so we can just wrap it up anyway.
We have.
Oh, we're
one
gonna do
more
the
thing
tips?
after. Yeah, we might as well do.
Okay. Well, this podcast was brought to you by the Rogue Energy. Do you need intense energy, rapid reaction time, tunnel vision focus with maximum endurance that has a delicious taste and zero sugar? Then you guys should try the Rogue Energy. You can go over to therogueenergy.com and use the code Broken Dagger. It'll be underneath at the bottom, and you can get a 10% discount on your purchase. They just came out with a new flavor, strawberry kiwi. There's 6 great flavors now, so definitely go try it out. It's scientifically engineered for gamers at the top of the food chain.
Like you.
Hey.
Hey, Pug.
Us.
Okay.
What do you do?
Dab on them. All right, guys. Let's close it out with our last segment of tips and tricks for anti-tilting. Mr. Landon, would you like to start us off?
Sure.
What's your number one go-to tip for not tilting?
He doesn't
You
do the
know
not
what?
tilting. He does the tilting. He
He
tilts.
does, yeah.
He tilts.
He's the one
He
that
is the
starts
tilter.
tilting.
Starts the tilting.
You can be tilted if you're tilting them already. It's like 300 IQ. I don't know why anyone is.
If you're making someone
Doing
mad, then
this
you
already.
can't get mad yourself.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
That's it. That's it.
I think a good one is passive aggressive tiltiness.
Not a good
you
one.
just yes, it is, dude. They start
Marsh's
they,
go-to.
they start tilting at you. And you're like, oh well, mom joke there, and then after
Okay,
that,
I don't do that.
something about
all
that.
right, yeah. Never mind. Never mind.
And then insert dog joke, I should say, dog joke, and then yeah, just be passive aggressive about it. You don't want to be full tilt, but you want to be enough to make them like make your stance.
Okay, we have 2 jokers. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give some real life advice.
Oh,
Here.
I'm serious.
is it just turn off your PlayStation or whatever console you're playing on?
No,
The power
Oh.
button.
no,
Yeah.
no.
No, that would work though.
It would work.
That works.
I think step 1, dude, in general, and this is kind of anything in life almost. If you're already in a bad mood, I don't think you should
Don't go into it.
don't do something competitive or something, Don't just chill
Don't
out.
put yourself in this situation.
Yeah, because one little thing is gonna happen and you're gonna get tilted. So I think that's a pretty obvious one, but kind of hard to do, especially if you want to play the game, But I'd say try to not play if you're already in a bad mood. Another one is mute the mic. Hey man, sometimes there's like 7 billion people in the world. Okay, you're bound to run into some dumb people.
Fuckheads.
Okay,
Nope.
so sometimes people just say dumb things, and it's not the pick your fights. It's not worth it. I didn't pick my fight today. I fought,
He went in.
and dude, the thing is, I knew I was gonna lose.
The Reinhardt's full HP.
I,
He's
I
full HP.
well, the guy, dude, he's like, Ryan's won. That's a yellow health bar, dude. That's armor. Okay, dude. I'm like, Ryan is not one. He's like, well, he got healed. Okay, dude, shut up. Dude, like, but the thing is, I knew I already lost. I knew I wasn't gonna win. Okay? No matter, like, I had intelligence. I had game smarts. I'm trying to teach him. And he's like, no. I'm like, but I kept arguing. So
Don't.
pick your
You got
battles.
some.
Pick your battles. Sometimes it's very hard, but sometimes it's better to be the bigger person. I struggle at it, but that's a serious life thing as well. You try to be the bigger person. Not everything needs to be argued about. And I try to work on it playing Overwatch a lot. I just try to be supportive of my teammates. Sometimes it comes off a little bit negative because I'm XQC in the flesh. So everything I say seems to tilt people sometimes, but I don't.
We're still
mean it,
waiting for the desk.
I don't mean it negatively. I don't mean it negatively. It's like sometimes, I'm like, yeah, sure. People are like, okay, well, is it yes or no? I'm like, dude, it's a yes, sure. Play what you want, dude. I don't care. I'm gonna carry the game. That's
the passive aggressiveness that we need.
Yeah.
Marsh.
and that's what I mean. Some people take it negatively, but I don't mean it. I just mean it, and I don't mean it in a cocky way. But like, I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm playing my best hero, so I'm gonna do whatever I can to make the game easier for everyone else. So I don't really care what you play. Just play something that you can do good at. Is pretty much my mindset.
Okay.
Cody.
All right. I got two of them. Probably pretty simple. First one, take breaks. You have stressful game. Set it down 5 minutes, 10 minutes, get some fresh air, take your mind off it, play a mobile game. I don't know, dude. Just relax for a little bit. Talk to people.
Hey.
Just cool down a little bit. Just
Drink some
relax.
Rogue
Don't
energy.
just calm your mind. Be at your best. Relax. My second tip is like if you see somebody that's like not trolling you, they're trying their best, they're just kind of not doing so good. Like don't rage at this person.
Yeah.
If they're worse than you, do not rage at them. Like
Yeah.
try to help them. Don't just be like, what the fuck are you doing? Be like, hey, next time try this, or like follow me. Try to teach through what you know. Don't just automatically get mad at somebody.
In your head,
Right.
you can say it. In your head, you can be like,
You
dude,
fucking
what?
boosted.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I
Yeah.
I did that in League a lot. I wasn't very high ranked or whatever, but I would play with people that were like bronze 5, literally the worst of the worst in that game, and I'd be like, oh my fucking god, do you have a single brain cell in your head? And on the outside, I'm like, hey, next time maybe try this. Like,
Yeah.
like I've been there. I've been shitty at
That
video
bronze
games,
5
and
player
people
was
have helped me. It wasn't you. I've
Okay.
played with much worse people than you. Trust me. Just try to be understandable, right? It's a video
Yeah.
game. People are trying to have fun. People
Trying
are
to
doing their
have fun.
best most of the time
Yeah.
in a competitive scene. They're not gonna throw. You're gonna have those people. It's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
Well, one quick
just,
thing, dude,
just try to be helpful.
that I brought up today, if you're in a competitive game, the chances are everyone else in that game is there to win.
Is trying to be competitive.
They're trying to win
Yeah.
the game,
Yeah.
right? Everyone's trying their
Okay.
best, but then somebody tilts, and then everybody then he ruins the day for everyone else. But at the end of the day, dude, if you hit that Q competitive, Q ranked, whatever game you're playing, everyone on your team wants to win, and you have
Hopefully.
and
Hopefully.
well, I mean, there are those people that are just gonna get online and then get on their Smurf account,
it's
or,
a-
or
yeah.
they've had a bad day or whatever, and they want to ruin it for everyone else. But dude, the amount of people that will want to play the game dude, it's happened to us in Overwatch. There's been trollers and
Yeah.
people that are trying to throw the game, and then we start winning, and then
Then
all of a
they
sudden you see them start trying because they're like, oh wait,
Yeah.
the game is winnable. My SR, my rank, dude, I can climb. Then
Yeah.
they're gonna try
I got.
because they want to win.
I agree 100%. I got one more.
Before the podcast, he said,
Don't move, Mike. Don't touch
move
microphones.
microphone. I just grabbed it both hands and I'm like, gimme. Fuck, dude. I had a mental breakdown there for a second. Okay. Kill them with kindness, because as soon as you fucking like, if they're being assholes to you, it's like the perfect anti-troll. I mean, it's probably gonna piss them off a little bit, but they might also like bounce back and be like, okay, I should probably stop being a dick. Like, and then you just get in the mode where honestly, my biggest thing when I go into solo queue games, if everyone's tilted, ignore the bullshit, go in and just shot call, start yelling. This is what you got to do. Let's do this. Jump here. Do this. Switch to this. And then, I mean, sometimes you'll have people that listen. Sometimes you don't. But the thing is at least you get some people that are on the same page and want to really try and win. and then you're not tilting anybody. You're not screaming at people like, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing wrong?" You're trying to help people. And that way you're not being a dick to them and you just ignore the bullshit. That's what I try to do. It doesn't work all the time because I have a short fuse, but that's what I try to do. But anyway, I think Landon, you got a last one for us. Your face looks like you got one.
Yeah.
What do you got, buddy?
He lit up.
What do you
man.
got?
Well, like, I mean, sometimes not good at this, but usually it's like, yeah, right.
Wow.
Um, life's too short to be mad at someone's game or the game itself. Like, don't stress out about it because there'll always be more. It's not like the game's gonna fucking destroy itself in 10 minutes if you don't win or something.
Right.
Like,
It's his only game. Why you have to
yeah,
play?
yeah.
Have to buy a new copy.
dude,
if you lose.
that's a good
Exactly.
tip to leave off on. A good life tip
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, life will always go on unless you die. So, just don't die.
Great life tip.
Hold.
Yeah.
Life goes on
Hold-
unless you die.
Hold W.
Then it doesn't. Then it stops.
Hold the W.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's my favorite thing, dude. I think we should all get a tattoo that says "Hold W."
I'd
No.
get it tatted on me.
Hey.
Alright,
Right
guys.
across the chest. I'll get it on my back, dude.
All right, guys. So
All right.
that wraps up episode 2 of our podcast. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for listening on SoundCloud. And we hope you guys enjoyed it. And we will be back in what, 2 weeks?
We'll shoot for a
Hopefully.
week, but probably
Wait, we want to
2
do
weeks.
weeklies? I thought we were doing
Weekly?
Yeah,
I thought we were
dude.
doing 2.
I thought we were doing bi-weekly or weekly. Sorry, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine.
We'll catch
We'll
you
discuss.
guys in episode 3 in
Hey,
the future.
shout out to Rogue Energy.
Oh, wait.
Shout out
Oh, wait.
to Rogue Energy for the sponsorship.
Landon, real quick,
What's up?
where can the people find you?
Hmm.
We got any plugs?
What's your Twitch? Plug your Twitch.
Gift class for Twitch TV. That's my Twitch.
Which account is that?
It's a
The
stream
first
account.
one.
This is stream
The
account.
first
Yeah,
one.
that's a stream
Yeah.
account.
He has like 40
Um,
bots.
Yeah. What can I say? View botting.
We ain't taking no shots. Continue.
One,
And
Twitter.
then like
Instagram, Twitter,
no,
Facebook.
no Twitter. Don't look
MySpace.
Oh.
Plenty of
Instagram
fresh.
at
Tinder.
Landon Spencer. Okay, Tinder. You can just Tinder gold me. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska. You'll find me eventually. I just doxed myself, but we'll see. We're good.
just
All right. Thanks for coming on the podcast, my boy.
it's been nice
Yeah,
having
it
you, my
was
friend.
very, it was very fun.
Alright.
Love you too.
You guys can
Alright,
find
thank
me
you.
on Twitter at jmarshbk, jmarsh with 3 H's. Find me on Twitch as well, jmarsh with 3 H's.
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, actually everything at AyeKelso, AYE Kelso, KELSO. Boom. I'll be there.
Yeah. Instagram, Twitch, YDoc1340, Twitter as well.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to listen to my album. It's out everywhere worldwide. Hold W. Go hardcore, boys.
Spotify. Yo, I think our outro should be, and never forget, boys, always hold W. And then,
Yeah, that's why I said it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Are we
say it
done?
again. Let's exit with that.
Oh, we're not.
We'll give this one a trial.
Oh, dude, I did it. Okay, boys. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Remember to always hold W and go hardcore.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.